Hey guys, it's Amaya. So today I looked pretty nice, so I figured I would film my videos. This is going to be both the April and May manga and anime reviews, as you can probably tell from that title. So let's go ahead and get this started. Now, for the record, it is June 6th, and I haven't really been reading or watching a lot of anime, surprisingly, because April and May was finishing off school and the DTP Generation 5 auditions, and I didn't get in, but I'm okay. Generation 6 is coming for me, so hopefully. So, that is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about manga and anime. For April, the manga that I got to read, one that I finished that month, was called Yumemiru Taiyo, and it's about this girl who ends up kind of living alone because of some family situations, and she gets taken in by this guy who's like a manager of a house and lives with two other guys, and it's this romantic manga that kind of follows her romance with the manager of this house that she's living in, and this guy that lives at the house that kind of ends up falling in love with her. Oh my god, it's a really cute manga, and I totally recommend it. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. The art style's pretty good, and the story's really cool. Maybe I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Next, I read the Love Live manga, and you should already know from Love Live as an anime what that kind of is about. But the story is kind of different from the anime, but yet it still follows the main aspects of it, but there are a few different things, like Nico has her hair down more, and the ways some members get in are a little different, and the character designs are not quite like they are in the anime. That makes sense. So definitely 9 out of 10 because I love Live so much. I'm a nerd. Okay, next, for the last manga I read in April was called Okami Domo no Shitsukekata. Okami Domo no Shitsukekata. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. But it's basically this story about a girl who is in it's called a jail school, but it's basically this really rough school where there are a lot of guys, and it's just now starting to kind of integrate girls, and so there aren't too many girls in there, and I think she's either the only girl or one of few girls, I forget. But it is a really short little series. They're like, what, 4.5 chapters, I think, and I like the story. It was really good. It's basically about this girl who's in this, like I said, rough school, and there's a guy who's a transfer student, and you think that because this girl is the only one in the school that you'd think that they would treat this girl like a girl, but they actually kind of don't. And the plot twist with this is that they don't treat her like a girl because she actually has this kind of like double personality, and the other personality is called Killing Machine, because if anybody tries to get rough with her or something like that, she ends up going super insane and gets super strong and really sassy, and it's a really good short little bit if you want to read something to pass the time and fill some little time in. It's really good, and it's a little romantic thing too. So the transfer student I mentioned is this guy who just came in, and he's really quiet and aloof. Yeah. This guy comes off as really aloof and doesn't seem to care about too much, but actually ends up liking her, and their little romance thing is cute, and it's just good. So yeah, that's the manga I got to read in April, and the anime. Now there are two series that finished up in April, and another one that I was starting that I had to talk about. Did I even do this? So, the April one is about... Oh my god, I totally lost my train of thought. So, the two series that I kind of finished up. First one is the second season of Kami-sama Hajime Mashita. It's about this girl Nanami who ends up as a goddess, like this god of the land at this place. If you know the anime or manga, you know what I'm talking about. And this is just the second season to that. It followed a lot more of the happenings in the manga, and I really wish they would have continued with that little thing, because that manga goes just a little bit farther, but I guess they had to stop because the they started to kind of catch up with the manga, so it was getting a little like they were getting too close. So yeah. So the next one I got to finish off in April was the second season of Tokyo Ghoul, or Tokyo Ghoul A squared, or square root A, that's what it is. So it's basically following the manga, I guess, and it has a lot of action, a lot of gore, a lot of gore. Oh, I just realized I did not rate any of those, but hey, I'll rate them in the comment thing. I'll rate them in the box later. Wow, I am fantastic. I haven't filmed a video in a while, which reminds me, I'm home. I'm a mess. So, Tokyo Ghoul square root A. It's good. I didn't like the way they ended it though, but I guess that kind of comes with the, I'm not gonna say, but with the stuff that happens in the anime. A lot of stuff happens, oh my gosh. It was not quite as, I guess, tame as the first season was. I mean, the first season was, it was pretty hardcore, but oh my gosh, there's a lot more hardcore in the second season in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. How I can rate things. So the anime that I started that I said I had to talk about is called Ore Monogatari, and if you are not watching this anime right now, you are missing out on some good stuff. This is some quality anime. It's basically about this guy. He's really huge, unattractive, huge eyebrows, and really heavy set, and he has this best friend who's the super gorgeous guy that that all the girls fall in love with. But so the guy ends up oh my gosh, I need names. I am a horrible person. I'm a horrible person. Come on, I'm on a guitar. Alright. Guitar. Oh my god. I'm a horrible person. Alright. No. Guitar. Okay. So close. There we go. So his name is Takeo, and he's this huge guy, and he ends up, he always falls in love with these girls, and the girls never fall in love with him because they're always in love with his best friend, Sunagawa? Something like that. I don't pay attention to him too much. I mean, I love him, but... So, this guy is really... He's comes off pretty strong to most people, and most people pay attention to the best friend anyway, so he's just like, whatever, and is kind of the side character and never has the requited love. And then one day he gets on this train and sees this girl being harassed and saves the girl, and he's kind of like love at first sight, and oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing ever. This anime is the cutest. You don't understand. You are not watching this, please, please, dear God, for the love of God, watch this, because they have some pretty funny gift sets that come from this anime, and also some really powerful truths in there as well. So I totally recommend it. Please, please, please go watch this anime. It is amazing and so great. 10 out of 10 would 500% recommend. Please, for the love of God, watch this anime. And moving straight on into May, which was not filled with a lot of things because final exams happened and getting home happened, and I stopped watching because I had to work. The manga that I got to read in, this is a very short list by the way, May was reading, I read Ore Monogatari, and it went a little bit farther, of course, than the anime, and had some things that weren't really in there, like it went kind of in a different order, but definitely same plot, obviously. Really cute, really awesome. Please go watch it. Please go watch it and read it. It's totally awesome. 10 out of 10. Yes. So the last thing that I watched wasn't necessarily an anime, but something that I just wanted to get out of the way because I've seen a lot of cosplays from this and heard some stuff about it, not too much, but I watched playthroughs of Danganronpa 2, and this took a long time, believe me, because I watched every single video in this one playlist, and it took basically the entire month, and even I finished this 2 days ago. So I took a little bit of time trying to get through this. I watched it as a playthrough because there isn't an anime, because if you remember Danganronpa got turned into an animation, and then they had the second one, and they don't have an anime for the second one, but I really want them to make one because it's really good and really heart-wrenching. Just as bad, if not worse, than like in terms of events and things that happen, and it's basically just these people again that get forced into this. There is a killing school life, now there's a killing school trip, and instead of Monokuma being the first stuffed thing that you see this stuffed bunny named Usami, who, if you've seen Danganronpa the animation, in like the very last episode, towards the last few seconds, Usami appears. So I'm hoping that means that they're going to make an anime for Danganronpa 2, which they totally should, and I hope is coming soon. Please, please, please. Because they have a lot of cool characters, and I love the diversity of Danganronpa, that they have a lot of people with different body types and races and sexualities even, and some other stuff too, so a little violent, but just to kind of make sure that there isn't a lot of violence, they turn the blood, they make sure the blood isn't like red, it's pink, which is obviously not a typical blood color or even a blood color at all. Wow. I love Danganronpa, so I was hoping that Danganronpa 2 was going to be just as good, if not better, and I had heard some talk about Danganronpa 2 from Suri, and they kind of recommended that I watch it, so watch the playthrough, so I did, and it was really good, and I mean, there were some things that I wish could have happened but didn't, and the plot twists around every corner that you don't expect just take your heart out and rip it out and make you watch it being crushed. That about sums it up. So, that's kind of it. Oh, I need to rate Danganronpa 2. I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you go, what the absolute heck is going on here? And a lot of tears. I hope you guys enjoyed my anime and manga reviews. If you guys have, if you guys have any anime or manga that you would have me, you decide, hey, have you seen this? And you just go ahead and comment that. I'm super awkward. So go ahead, and if you have any recommendations, leave them for me in the comments below, and go ahead and give this video a like if you do, and for go ahead and like it for if you want. Oh, crap. If you like this video and like these anime and manga reviews, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Bye!